You know, the race to build better armor is pretty much as old as warfare itself. But today, in an age of incredibly advanced weaponry, that challenge of creating lighter, stronger protection for armored vehicles, well, it's more critical than ever before.
So this is the big question, right? It's the puzzle that's driving a ton of innovation in materials science. How in the world do you balance the absolute need for survival with the need to be fast and nimble? It's a constant balancing act, and the solution is always evolving.
And this really lays out the classic dilemma perfectly. On one side, you've got maximum protection. We're talking thick, heavy plates that make a vehicle a fortress, but also slow and a total gas guzzler. On the other side, maximum mobility, a fast, agile vehicle that's super efficient, but, well, potentially a lot more vulnerable. Finding that sweet spot right in the middle, that's the ultimate goal.
Now this dilemma, it's not just theoretical. On today's battlefields, it is more critical than ever. Let me explain why.
See, as researchers Kaminsky and Candido point out, it's just not about stopping bullets anymore, not even close. Modern vehicles are facing this huge range of sophisticated threats, everything from IEDs to advanced anti-tank missiles. So the challenge becomes, how do you design armor that can handle all of that without turning your vehicle into a slow-moving target? Just bolting on more steel, yeah, that's not going to cut it. And that really leads us right to the old way of doing things, that traditional, kind of brute force approach to armor design, and exactly why it's just not a viable solution anymore.
For the longest time, the solution seemed so simple, right? If you need more protection, you just add more layers. Slap on more high-strength steel or some heavy ceramic plates. But this seemingly logical approach, it comes with some really significant and often hidden costs.
Think about it. Every single extra pound of armor kicks off this whole cascade of problems. The vehicle gets heavier, which of course means it gets slower. It starts burning way more fuel, which puts a huge strain on logistics. And maybe the most critical point here, it often relies on materials that have to be imported, creating a massive strategic weakness.
This quote from Fernandez just hits the nail on the head. Relying on other countries for your armor materials can be a serious national security risk. It can create these huge bottlenecks in your supply chain, and honestly, it can leave a nation incredibly vulnerable. And that's exactly why there's this huge push to develop these technologies at home.
Okay, so if just piling on more metal isn't the answer, what is? Well, instead of thinking bigger, scientists started thinking a whole lot smarter. They shifted their focus from the thickness of the armor to the intelligence of its surface.
And this brings us to the key concept, surface engineering. It's a pretty revolutionary idea when you think about it. Instead of changing the entire chunk of material, you scientifically alter just the outermost layer to give it these incredible new properties. We're talking about making it way harder, more resistant to wear, or even, get this, giving it the ability to heal itself, all without adding any significant weight. This is the new playbook. By applying these incredibly thin, super advanced coatings, things like nanocomposites, which are materials with tiny, nano-sized particles, or diamond-like carbon layers, which are just ultra-hard coatings, we can dramatically boost protection. It's all about enhancing the properties of the armor you already have, not just piling on more stuff.
And this is where things get really exciting. This new approach has unlocked technologies that honestly feel like they're straight out of science fiction.
Okay, take self-healing coatings, for example, based on research by Yelwa and Musa. Just imagine a small crack forms from an impact. Instantly, microscopic capsules that are embedded in the coating break open. They release a polymer that flows right into the crack and hardens. It essentially heals the damage right there on the spot, maintaining the armor's integrity out in the field. It's an absolute game changer.
And it goes way beyond just coatings. We also have what are called composite sandwich panels. And honestly, the best way to think of them is like a high-tech club sandwich. It's not one single slab of material, it's multiple, specialized layers working together. You might have a hard ceramic outer layer to shatter a projectile, then a flexible Kevlar layer to catch the fragments, and maybe a polyurethane layer to absorb the rest of the energy. Each layer has a very specific job, and together they provide unbelievable protection without the weight of a single thick plate.
So when you combine these smart coatings with advanced composite materials, it becomes really clear that our very definition of what armor is has fundamentally changed.
We've moved from a brute force mentality to one of smart integrated systems. We're no longer relying just on thickness. Modern armor is this incredible fusion of material science and surface engineering, and it creates these multi-layered synergistic defenses. And the result? Armor that is lighter, allows for way more mobility, and is far more durable than anything that came before it.
This whole relentless technological race really leaves us with one final big question to chew on. As threats continue to evolve, is the future of defense going to belong to whoever finds the strongest material, or to whoever comes up with the smartest design? The answer to that is what's going to define survival on the future battlefield.